Shalom as well. We are in Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street, New York, under commanding General Hana, prison officer Cars, prison officer
Swapiala.
Today is our Sabbath service, as the God has ordained us to do every 7 days on Sabbath day. You understand, we are come to do the Lord's word as priests and prophets of the Lord in the Isupk under commanding General.
Sa.
Life, God, speech, Israel.
Sa. Yeah. Now I can go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I say I can leave it. Now I can go ahead. Yeah, just do the thing now, but
English?
yeah, you do the Hebrew, I'll do the English.
So the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Shabashamayim, Wadash, Aya, Shamaka, Yahawa, Lakaka, Tava, Azaka, Aya, Aisha, Baratsa, Kawa, Aya, Bashamayim, Nathan, Nawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kawatna, Kasalakna, Kawatanawa, Wala'a, Tabenawa, Basawan, Kabal, Bashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Ka, Malakwa, Wala, Kaparath, Labulamyam, Aman, the English, O Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Kamakasha, Tananawa, Akak, Rapah, Makal, Kamawo, Akak, Achaha, Mizraim, Akak, Lahakwim, Mathiam, Akak, Arakawath, Mala, Narashun, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Tawadaman in the English, Yahweh, name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, for to cleanse the lepers, for to raise the dead, for against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baraklanawa, Washala, Wabiat, Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Tawadaman. The English, Yahweh, name of Yahushai. Bless us and Israel and the school. Name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Asha, Ayanya, Alariam, Mayan, Yaba'a, Zaria, Mayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Ratza, Ethan, Amawath, Gaka, and the Wom, Shamaka, Ana, La'a, and the Wom, Wala'a, Yeshun, Shroma, Yashala, Yahweh, Shamaka, Yahweh, Zaka, Ayad, Yamaka, Yamam, Ashamash, Ya'a, Taka, Barak, Walyala, Yahweh, Shamaka, Kalrai, Shama, Adnashbaka, Yahweh, Shama, Tazahatka, Wabaka, Matha, Wa'id, Iwalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy he shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Alahayim, Aldamelaka, Atakarash, Vatsquaf, Ekena, Arabika, Mawan, Shameaka, Shanarash, Almaka, Ariaramoa, Sawab, Vatasua, Vatasabawanika, Mawa, Kawa, Nakadam, Magawia, Wala, Yazaka, Shamyashala, Iwad, Aya, Karath, Halium, the Wum, Vashamai, Ayam, Muaba, Rogarium, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Balashat, Amyashabia, Tazawo, Gamashawo, Malawa, Imam, Ewa, Zarawai, Labanelawa, Salah, Ashalaham, Gamadium, Kesasara, Yabian, Benokal, Kuyaswan, Nasamadu, Bayan, Dara, Awa, Dama, Ladama, Sethamwa, Damawa, Karab, Kazaba, Sabak, Kal, Kazamanai, Kalnasekama, Kasha, Mawa, Karasha, Lawa, Ath, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Sethamwa, Kagala, Kakwash, Napanya, Uroka, Taash, Tabaira, Yaira, Kalahaba, Alahath, Ariam, Daratma, Basaraika, Asa, Pathka, Abahalam, Wala, Vanaham, Walawan, Webekwashwa, Shemaka, Yahawa, Abashwa, Yahawa, Idiai, Yakapawa, Yabadwa, Yadaiwa, Yatha, Eka, Yahawa, Baka, Aliwan, Akaha, Arataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Agarenes, Gabal, and Dammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have opened, children of Lot, Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Keson, which perished at Endor. They became as dawn for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, Isaiah, yea, all their princes, as Sabbath and Salmuna, said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Say the Isupk curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school, turn evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishment and destructions to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the government of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Kwazikumotazi, the gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, army, navy, air force, marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words through the planet earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy words. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you always. So be it.
And today we're going to continue reading the book of Numbers, chapter 1, starting from verse 23. Book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 23. Crocodile, the Makwat, Shama Iowa, the Sha'ar, Wakamashi, Al-Allah, Washalash, Ma'awaf, 24, Lapanya, Gan, Tawadal, the Mashapa, Lapanya, Labaya, Abatham, Masa, Masapa, Shamawaf, Maban, Aisharayu, Shana, Ma'ai, Ha, Yatazaha, Tazaba'a, 25, Kokadayat, the Mat, Yad, Kamash, Wa'araba'ay, Allah, Washasha, Ma'awaf, Kamash, 26, Dunya, Kawada, Kawalada, Yomashah, Pakafam, Abaya, Abathum, Masapa, Shema, Aban, Aisharayam, Shana, Ma'ai, Ka, Yatazaka, Yatapa'a, 27, Okadaya, Yamata, Wada, Arabai, Washaba'ai, Allah, Washasha, Ma'awa, 28, Wakanya, Yashaka, Tawalagatham, Lama Shapah, Lama Shapah, Lama Yah, our thumb, Lama Sapa, Shamath, Aban, Ashurayam, Shana, Lama Ayal, Ta, Yazaha, Tazabah, Yisrinai, Obadiah, Lamata, Yashishakar, Arabai, Wakamashi, Allah, or Arabai, Wow.
Right.
English. The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 23. And those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300 of the children of God by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to move forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of God, were 45,650. And of the children of Judah, by their generation, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Judah, were 314,600. And of the children of Isupk, by their generation, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 9. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Isupk, were 54,400.
Right. So again, as we pick up from the last reading, right, and this is very important because this is today one of the most important part of your identification, and to see that the house or the family that you come out from, right, and at this time Moses, with the instructions of the Lord, call all as you say, the families together, and as you say, by their pedigree, by the house of the fathers, right? And this is what we're reading here now. And as it say that these men were able to go to war, and in any scenario where that you would be called on to protect the house or to protect the nation, these were the men that were able, out of the loins of the sons of Jacob, right? And this is what we're reading about here, reading their their pedigree, right? And the men that came out from that house, right?
We continue reading in Hebrew. The book of Leviticus, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 30. Lamanya, Sabalawan, Sabaladatham, Lamashah, Okatham, Labayah, Abatham, Musapah, Shema, Aban, Aisharayam, Shana, Mahila, Yatazaha, Tazabaa, 51. Obadiah, Lamata, Zabalawan, Shabai, Wahamashia, Allah, Wa'arabai, Ma'awah, 2, Manya, Yawasa, Lamanya, Awyam, Namawad, Ladafam, Lamashatakafam, Lamaya, Abatam, Lamasapa, Shema, Aban, Ashuriyam, Shana, Lamahai, Ha, Za'a, Zaba'a, 3, Papa, the Yam, Namata, Apariyam, Araba'ayim, Ma'allah, Makamash, Ma'awaf, 4, Lamanya, Namasha, Tawaladafam, Lamashapafam, Lamaya, Abatam, Mamasapa, Shemawaf, Aban, Ashuriyam, Shana, Mama'aya, Ha, Yataza'a, Taba'a, 5, Obadayahum, Lamata, Anasha, Shanayam, Washalashim, Allah, Wapanafaham, in English, Book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 30. Of the children of Zebulun, by their generations, after their families, by the house of the fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. The tribe of Joseph, namely of the children of Ephraim by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upwards, all that were able to go to war. Verse 3, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,005. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Verse 36. Of the children of Benjamin, by their generation, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth.
Right. So again, we continue to see, as you said, the men that again were able out of these houses, right? So you can continue.
Continue reading the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 37. Obadayahum, Kamata, Banyam, Banyaman, Banyamyan, Kamash, Mashalashim, Allah, Wa'arabai, Wa'awah, 68, Manya, Yan, Tabadafan, Lamashatha, Atham, Labayat, Abatam, Lamaspa, Shema, Aban, Ashurayam, Shah, Ma'ai, Ka, Yatazar, Yatab, verse 39. Kopadiah, Lamath, Dan, Sanayam, Shashayim, Allah, Washabai, Ma'awad, with 40. Labanya, Shah, Tawaladafa, Lamasada, Kathar, Labaya, Abatham, Lamasapa, Shemath, Baban, Aishwariyam, Na, Aisha, Wama'ai, Kal, Tazaha, Tazaba'a, 21, Kopatayaham, Rabata, Shah, Akab, Wa Arabai, Allah, Wa Hamash, Ma'awaf, is 42, Maya, Napatai, Naftalia, Sabaladatam, Lamashapaf, Patham, Nabaya, Abatham, Ramasafa, Shamath, Maban, Aishwariyam, Shana, Ma'ai, Ka, Zaha, Tazaba'a, was 43, Wapadayaham, Mata, Matariya, Shamalah, Shalash, Wahamashia, Allah, Waharabai, Waf. In English, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 37. And those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400 of the tribe of Dan, by the generations, after their family, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 32,700 of the children of Asher, by the generation, after their family, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 41,500 of the children of Naphtali, all their generations, after their family, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,400.
It continue.
Continuing the Hebrew, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 44. Alaha, Apakwadi, Mashah, Akwad, Mashah, Wa Aharan, Wa Nashaya Salatu, Wa Nashaya Ayah, Yash'ala, Sanayam, Aishara, Ayash, Akab, Labayah, Abathayahwa, Ayawa, verse 45, Wayahayawa, Apada, Akwawad, Ya, Manya, Yash'ala, Labayah, Abatam, Maban, Aisharayam, Shana, Wama'aila, Ka, Yataza'a, Tazaba'a, by Yash'ala, verse 46, Wayahayawa, Ka, Apakwadi, Shasha, Ma'awad, Allah, Wa Shashalaf, Alawapia, Wakamash, Ma'awav, Wakamashia was 47. Wahalai Yawaya, Lamat, Abatham, La'a, Tatapa, Kodaiwa, Bathwaka was 48. Wayadaba, Yahawa, Allah, Mashallah, Ma, Aka, Ma, Mata, Lawaya, Na'a, Tabaqwa, Wa'ata, Wa'asham, La'a, Tasha'a, Tasha'a, Wa'afwaka, it's 50. Wa'ata, Tabaqwa, Kalawaya, Ashatan, Aida, Ka, Kalayawa, Ka, Sharawa, Ma'a, Yashakawa, Amashaka, Wa'ata, Kalayawa, Waham, Yasharatha, Wasapa, Baya, Mashaka, Ayakawa. In English, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 44. These are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men, each one was for the house of his father. So were those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers, for 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel. Even all that were numbered was 600,000, 3,550. But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For the Lord has spoken unto Moses, saying, Only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. Verse 50. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, over all the things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle, and all the vessels thereof. They shall minister unto it, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle.
Right. So after these families were numbered, right? Again, the tribe of Levi, right? They were appointed, or as we say, the office of conducting the priesthood, right? Where again, just like it would have in any structure or anything that is set up by a government, they appoint certain individuals into positions or places that where they would conduct the office or to have the work to be done, right? At this point in time, right, as it said, that the Levites were not numbered amongst the men that would go to war, right? But their duty, was to conduct a specific service where when we read on, and even in previous chapters or earlier on in the book of Leviticus, you would see that the office that they held, right? So these things again were specific and were direct, and were orders given to the men that or to Moses, right, that he should carry out, and it was carried out, and they held that office for a period of time, right? So again, this is why it's important for us as we go back and look and read and know our history, to know where
a lot of our people, stand at specific points, in that past time, right? So these are reminders again to us, right? So go ahead.
Continue reading in the Hebrew. The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 51. Wabanasta I, Hamashekan, Yawakrada Yawa, Tawa, Alas,
Okay, go ahead.
Alabayo, Amakam, Hamashekan, Yakoya, Owa, Akaba, Alayawa,
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Sabia, Ramsha, Aida, Ya, Za, Abam, Yar, Al, Washamaru, Ababayo, Washamaraka, Washakant, Aibawa, 54. Waya, Aishiwa, Yan, Shal, Aka, Shah, Sazawa, Howell, Shah, Ka, Shawa. Book of Numbers, chapter 2, verse 1. Right, Rabbi, Yahweh, Allah, Shah, Rahman, Rahman, verse 2. Yash, I, Dawo, Bahatata, Abayah, Abatam, Yakanao, Yah, Yashal, Managa, Samaya, Lahal, Awai, Yakanao, the street, Mahakan, Padama, Mazaraha, the God, Khan, the Hawada, the Zah, the author, Shaya, Nyai, the Akashawan, Bun, Yadawan. English, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 51. And when the tabernacle setteth forward, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Verse 52. And the children of Israel shall put their tent, every man by his own camp, every man by his own standard, of their host. But the Levites shall pitch round about the tabernacle of testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of testimony. Verse 54. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so they did. Book of Numbers, chapter 2 and verse 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard, with the ensign of their father's house, far off above the tabernacle of the congregation shall be pitched. And on the east side, toward the rising of the sun, shall they of the standard of the camp of Judah pitch all their armies. And Nashon, the son of Michal, shall be captain of the children from Judah.
Right. So again, we seeing a lot of things, again, very, important as well in any structure that is going to be set up, right? So just so that what took place, that the Levites and them, even they had their duties as well, in protecting, the tabernacle of the Lord, right? They had their duties, to be carried about, right? And it's make specific or direct, instruct or give direct instructions. Anybody that is not of that part of that family, that they would go ahead and open it over them. Yeah. That they would be, be put, to death, right? And when again, it's important for us, to understand, how the Lord, as order, how the Lord, as structure, and everything that is being done. And the importance of that is again today that we should take heed and pay attention to everything that is going on around us, right? And the house of each and every one of these families, they would have, again, just as I say, their standard, right? So you would see today, again, the standard of each and every one of these house, poetry. And again, it's so spiritual that when you look at the structure that or look at the 12 tribes chart, right? And you look at the names of these sons and them, and the given names that was given by our oppressor, which we would call, as we say, our slaves' names today. You would see that they, have the same, spirit where they carry about themselves in as you say, in that manner, right? So every house has their standard, right? And again, it's important for us to understand that, to know that we belong to a family, and to understand the house or the family that of one of these houses that we came from, right? Right. So now what we're seeing right now, again, just like any military structure that would set up, this is what we're reading right here about now, right? Go ahead. Go ahead, Matt, go ahead. Yeah, some structure. Go ahead.
Continue the Hebrew, the book of Numbers, chapter 2 and verse 4. What is about a war? What father young? A rabbi, what Shabbat, Allah, what Shashah, Mahawah, the father, Mahakam, Aliyawa, Mahata, Shka, Manashayaha, Kapanya, Shka, Atana Allah, Burn, Tazawahai, the 6, what is that? Mahawa, what father, a rabbi, what Kamashi, Allah, what a rabbi, Mahawa, the 7, what Ta'a, Zabalawan, Manashayaha, Napanya, Zabawalawan, Alaya, Abba, Bun, Kalam, Skate, Sabawa, Wakwa, the Yahoo, Wakwa, the Yawa, Shabbat, Wakamashi, Allah, Waraiba, Sawaharabai, Mahawa, is 9, Ha, Apapadayam, Apakat, Lahawada, Mahata, Allah, Wamashayam, Allah, Washashat, Abaklu, Waharabai, Wahaba, Atazaba Altham, Wahasha, Yasai, Verse 10. The God, Makan, Ra'awa, Tayaman, Lataza, Ba'atha, Manashaya, Ya, Rawaban, Alaya Tazawo, Ban, Shadaya Arawa. In English, the book of Numbers, chapter 2 and verse 4. And his host, and those were numbered of them were 314,600. Verse 5. And those that do pitch next unto him shall be the tribe of Isupk. And Nethalim, the son of Zerah, shall be the captain of the children of Isupk. And his host, those who numbered thereof were 54,400. Then in the tribe of Zebulun, Elapad, the son of Elon, shall be captain of the children of Zebulun. And his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 50,400. And all that were numbered in the camp of Judah were 100,000, and 4,000, and 6,400 throughout the armies. These shall first set forth. Verse 10. On the south side shall be the standard of the camp of Reuben, according to the armies, and the captain of the children of Reuben shall be Eleazar, the son of Shaddai.
Right, so again, what we're seeing again that structure. So now it's showing where these camps and them with pitch their tents in looking over and watching over the nation, right? So it says on the east side, right, it named Judah, right, Issachar and Zebulun, right? They would be, they would set up, their camp, set up on that, and to be lookout on that anything coming from the east side. And we're reading now again, and we're seeing on the south side who's going to be set up on the south side, right? So okay, continue. Yeah.
We'll continue the reading in Hebrew, the book of Numbers, chapter 2 and verse 11. But the Zama of Wa, the Yawa, Shasha, Arabaya, Allah, Wakamash, Ma'awa, verse 12, Wakamawa, Ayawa, Fatah, Shemaiah, Wanashayaka, Ya, Mahai, Shalama Alea, Ban, Tazawaria, Shadaya, T, Watazaba Awa, Wapaparia, Tajai, Wakamashi, Allah, Washasha, Awa, Oti, Wamata, Gad, Manashaya, Abanya, Gad, Alayapa, Alesak, Ban, Ra'aiwa Allah, Yusufi, Watazaba Awa, Wapakwada Yama, Kamash, Warawa Ayat, Allah, Washasha, Mahawa, Wakamashir. 16. Ka, Apapataya, Makash, Mahawaba, Mahata,
Yes.
Waka, English. Book of Numbers, chapter 2, and verse 11. And his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 46,500. And those which pitched by him.
So, okay, mic one. Somebody wants to.
And those, Salakia, and his host and those that were numbered thereof were 46,500. And those which pitched by him shall be the tribe of Simeon, and the captain of the children of Simeon shall be Shaliel, the son of Zerishadada. Verse 13. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, and the captain of the sons of Gad shall be Eliasapha, the son of Reuel, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 45,650. And all that were numbered in the camp of Reuben 100,000, 50, and 1,450 to all the armies, and they shall set forth in the second rank. Verse 17. Then the tabernacle of the congregation shall set forth with the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camp as they encamp. So shall they set forward, every man in his place, by their standards. That's it.
Right. Again, to what sis, for the little information on the mic, right? So they can give you a one if it coming through clearly, and give you a one if it coming through clearly, right? So again, as we continue to read on through this chapter, right, which is the book of Numbers, the second chapter, right? You see again a structure that has been, put in place, right, by any, nation that would, have any sort of, siege or civil unrest that may come to their doorsteps. And again, just like they would be what we call the watchmen from these, specific and strategic points, right? And we see that again the structure being laid down, right? And inside again, even though as I say it might have a breach, then to reach to those testimonies, there's still, someone that or a brother that you must go through, which again is the tribal Levi, right? So again, just a reminder for brothers and sisters, again, the upcoming, feast, the Feast of Kaneka, right? Right? Again, that will be Sunday, April 14th, right? December, Sunday, April 14th. Right? Again, they can come on down to the school down here in Point 14, Isupk, TRINIDAD and Tobago. Again, any questions, you can feel free to ask your questions. Again, leave your questions, leave your comments, on our inbox and our pages, right? So again, these are reminders unto us, as we, wind down, as we say, as we become, as we say, to the point where, a lot of these prophecies, that is being, before us right now. So again, the information that would be really relevant right now is in the Isupk and the Commander General, and to really know and to understand what is going on around us. And the most important thing in that now is to be ready always, as the scripture say, in any height of any awareness of anything that might take place at any time, right? That
we say Agmantium, which means to stand.
Sa. Sa.
Lion Shahada, which means to Israel.
Sa. Sa.
For the upper down, to the right, I get the east, south, which means to turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, that's right. Sa. Yahweh Hashem Yeshua Brakya. Sa.
Yahweh Hashem Yeshua Brakya. Yahweh Hashem Yeshua Brakya.
Let one of them brothers and move from it.
How Hashem Shabbat.
Now, go down.
We say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shemayim.
Kodash,
Das.
Ayah,
Ayah.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Malakaka,
Malakaka.
Sabbath,
Sabbath.
Ratazaka,
Zaka.
Ayah,
Ayah.
Aisha,
Aisha.
Barataza,
Barataza.
Kawa,
Kawa.
Ayah,
Ayah.
Bashamayim,
Shemayim.
Nathan,
Nathan.
Lanawa,
Nawa.
Welcome,
Come.
Kal,
Kal.
Yawam,
Yawam.
Wasalakna,
Masalakna.
Kawawatna,
Kawatna.
Kasalakna,
Kasalakna.
Kawawatna,
Kawatna.
Wala'a, Tabianawa,
Abanawa.
Banasayawan,
One.
Abal,
Ball.
Awashino,
Shine.
Mayan,
Ayan.
Rai,
Rai.
Ayah,
Kaya.
Laka,
Laka.
Amalakwa,
Alakwa.
Ba'ala,
Ba'ala.
Matapara,
Barat.
Iwalamium,
Iwalamium.
Aman,
Aman. In the English, our Father,
our Father,
shout in heaven,
shout in heaven,
hallowed be thy name,
be thy name,
Yahweh, thy
Yahweh,
kingdom come,
thy kingdom
thy
come,
will be done
will be done
in earth
in
as
earth,
it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this
our
day
daily bread,
our daily
and forgive
bread.
us our debts
Forgive us
as
our
we
debts.
forgive our debtors.
We forgive our
And lead
debtors.
us not
Lead us
into
not
temptation,
into
but
temptation.
deliver us from evil.
Deliver us
For
from
thine
evil.
is the
Thine
kingdom,
is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. We say the Hakak or the power, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Babakashai,
Babakashah,
Natan Lanawa,
Tananawa,
Hakak,
Ka,
Hakak,
Ka,
Narapa'a,
Rapa'a,
Kamaka'ala,
Kamakala,
Kamaka'ala,
Kamadwa,
Hakak,
Ka,
Nataha,
Ataha,
Amatazariah,
Zariah,
Hakak,
Ka,
Lahakoyum,
Hakwayam,
Matthew,
Mathia,
Hakak,
Ka,
Arakawa,
Arakawat,
Amata'ala,
Tamala,
Agarashem,
Arashan,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Tawada,
Tawadam, and in the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
name of
in the name
Yahushai.
of Yahushua.
Please give us the
Please
power,
give us the
the
power,
power to heal
power to heal
all manner of
all manner
sickness
of sickness,
and all manner of
all manner
disease,
of disease,
the power to cleanse the
power to
lepers,
cleanse the leper,
power to raise the
power to
dead,
raise the dead,
for against
for
unclean
against
spirits,
unclean
to
spirits,
cast them out.
cast them
In
out.
the name of
In the
Yahushai.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. We say the blessed Israel, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahushai,
Barak
Lanawa,
Ba'ashala,
Ba'ashala,
Abayat,
Abiyat,
Saparium,
Saparium,
Barak,
Barak,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Tawadam, and in the English, Yahweh, name of Yahushai.
name of Yahushua.
Bless us
Bless us
and Israel and the school.
and the school.
In the name of
In the name of
Yahushai.
Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a,
Asa'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Hariyam,
Al-Hariyam,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a,
Isariah,
Zaria,
Mayam,
Naim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shamayam,
Shamayam,
Aratasa,
Ratasa,
Ayatan,
Ayathan,
Lamawaf,
Lamawaf,
Ragaka,
Gaka,
Alinawam,
Nawam,
Shamarka,
Samaka,
Ana,
Ana,
La'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Nawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Be'eshan,
Yeshan,
Sharama,
Sharoma,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Samaka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Zaka,
Zaka,
Alya,
Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yamanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hasheman, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Rarak, Alyala, Yahweh, Shamaka, Karai, Shama, Atnashapaka, Yahweh, Hashama, Tazahka, Waka, Mayatha, Wa'id, I will love. Psalms 121 in the English. I lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Aldamayalaka,
Aldamelaka, Altakarash, Walta Shakwa, Aikena, Aweweka, Mawan, Alashamaka, Nairash, Almaka, Arwa, Sawat, Atazawa, Altasabonika, Mawa, Kawa, Kadam, Magawya, Wala, Yazaka, Shamya Shala, Aiwa, Aya, Atazawa, Ba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Ariaf, Karathwa, Aliam, Adawam, Rashamai, Ayam, Waba, Karim, Bal, Waimalan, Waimalak, Alashab, Amishabia, Tsawo, Amashawo, Nalawa, Imam, Ayawa, Sarawai, Analawa, Salah, Aishalaham, Madia, Kasasara, Ebian, Al Yashwan, Shamadwa,
Adam, Shayatamwa, Nadayamawa, Kara,
Salakia, Bayandara.
Oh, yeah, Bayandaya,
Bayandara,
the Salakia, Hayawa, the
Mam,
La Adama,
Shayatamu,
Nadayamawa, Kaira,
Karab,
Wakaza Abba,
Zabak,
Wakata
Zamanai,
Kana
Kanatekamu, Ashar,
Amarwa,
Marwa,
Mayarasha, Lanawa, Nawat, Alahayim,
Lahaya, Shayatamu,
Galgala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Rawaka, Kaash, Ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Aryam, Kantaradapma, Basaraika, Wabasa, Pathka, Tabahalam, Onyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Bashwa, Yabahalwa, Idi, Kapawa, Bagwa, Daiwa, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Barka, Ailawan, Akaha, Aratiza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silent. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make it tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. The name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Agarees, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hearkened, the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, Isaiah, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, as Zabulon, who said, let us take to ourselves those of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, and as the fire, burn it in wood, and as the flame, set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Right? Read the Isupk curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, cause their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the government of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, Skinhead, Masikomatazi, the gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with a flying saucer and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it.
We're going to give one courtesy salute. My name is Bob. Majum, Rap, our Basham, your Shai Brakata. So let's give the sisters a courtesy salute. Majum Shabbat. Majum, Rap,
Our Shamalatan Basham Yahushai.
Is there anybody who would like to be anointed? With that, that concludes today's Sabbath service.
Yes,